During the 70s,
Yes.
very few jobs were created. Many of those that were actually destroyed when the Asians were expelled. The Indians were expelled. Now, during 1979,
Yes.
when UNLA took over power,
Yes.
up to 1986, there was no job creation. Even what was destroyed during the Luwero War.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many factories that were working that were totally destroyed. Ginneries,
Yes.
small industries.
Yes.
They were all destroyed. Even farms were destroyed. Cows were slaughtered, killed. Infrastructure was destroyed. So when NRA took power,
Yes.
that was 1986.
Yes.
I was 25 at the time. There were no jobs for us.
No jobs.
No jobs. Now, the 70s, much of the 70s created very few jobs. The 80s destroyed many jobs. The war in Luwero destroyed many jobs. Then 1990s, jobs started being created but at a very small scale. But producing children never stopped.
Never stopped.
So that's why we have, as a country, we have too many young people who have no jobs. And they are becoming a problem, a national problem.
Yeah.
They've already become a problem. Many are being taken to the Arab world, but still they come back. But when they come back, their self-esteem is gone. Many come back, even lives lost. Some come back as corpses, others never even come back. Because there are no jobs here.
Yes.
They've opened up taking Ugandans abroad. Some have gone into the Western world purporting to be homosexuals when not, just because they want asylum.
Yeah.
They want greener pastures. And the easiest way to get greener pastures is to claim that they're being persecuted for being homosexuals. So people are now calling themselves what they are not, just to earn a living. Yet we have the entire agro sector which can solve the problem. I always cry, my brother, when I see products
Yes.
that would be producing locally,
Yes.
being flown in, being ferried in from foreign lands. Feed, poultry feed, animal feed, coming in from the Netherlands, coming in from Belgium, coming in from Turkey, coming in from other countries. We produce, we bring in chicken, we ferry in drugs, we ferry in feeds. From money we get from coffee sales and other exports.
Yes.
Then at the end of the day, after rearing those chicken,
Yes.
or producing the eggs, we tell these foreigners who bring in the raw materials, the inputs, that hey, we have chicken ready. Sorry, your chicken is contaminated. Hey, we have eggs ready. Sorry, your eggs are contaminated. That even when they come in the country, they don't eat our products. They eat from hotels that ferry in, or that ferry in their own products from Brazil, chicken from Brazil, chicken from South Africa, eggs from Brazil, from South Africa.
Because I've ever seen here hotels for Indians are smart, and I ask myself, what could be the problem? Do these people they don't see our hotels?
No, they see them, but they are up to selling their own products into this country.
Yeah.
And they use those as outlets. That's why, I don't know, I miss Amelia Chambadi. You know who Amelia Chambadi was? She was the Minister of Trade and Industry, who was axed by President Museveni because he had lost in Mawokota. She came in with Bubu, buy Uganda, build Uganda.
Yeah.
When will we ever love our country? You cannot tell me that we're patriot.
Buy Uganda,
build Uganda. You can't tell me of patriotism when you cannot even buy Ugandan chicken. You can't tell me of patriotism when you cannot promote Ugandan
products,
Ugandan onions,
Yes.
Ugandan Irish potatoes, Ugandan tomatoes, Ugandan passion fruits, everything. Our neighboring countries have conquered our market.
Yes.
South Africa has conquered our market.
Yeah.
Brazil, India, Europe, even the Boers. Do you know who the Boers are? The Boers are the Dutch.
The Dutch, yeah.
The Dutch. You know how the Dutch took over South Africa and how they systematically enforced apartheid.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
They are killing our own products
Yes.
and bringing in their own products. One day I was looking at, I was watching TV. I was on Weekend.
Yes.
When they were organizing, I think, a trade show, and the Netherlands ambassador said over 600 companies from Netherlands are coming in here with products. And I said, but this new vision, does it have sense?
Yes.
How do you allow the Boers to come in and conquer our country economically? You know now,
So
you know what we call neo-colonialism. They don't come in with guns. They come in with money. They come in with the economy. So when they come in, they control your economy. Then they'll force you to do what they want.
yeah, it is true. So now, maybe I'll first ask you about the breed of the birds that you are rearing here.
Our hatchery hatches all of breeds because the machines, once they're eggs, you bring an egg and we hatch for you.
Are you
The breed that you see here, these are broilers.
broilers?
Broilers are chicken that were brought in from India. The seedlings were brought in from India.
From India.
It was developed in India. A broiler is a chicken
Yes.
that was developed for both meat and eggs production. So it produces more eggs than the local, produces more meat than the local, is more resistant than the hybrid,
Yes.
and is more productive. Okay,
And more productive.
more productive. Yeah. So you can rear it for meat, you can rear it for eggs, and you can rear it for. It grows very fast, and it is so delicious, so tasty, so tasty.
Now you see, when I was coming here, I was having something into my mind that I'm coming to meet a farm where I can see eggs all over. I thought maybe you have layers. Why are you not in specifically in layers? Like somewhere I went and for them they're doing layers.
Okay. Now, we have a 35-year history of poultry farming. We started off with layers and broilers, and we realized we couldn't compete in there.
Yeah.
Foremost, when it comes to layers,
Yes.
whether it is rose, brown, whether it is whichever breed, at the end of the day, it is the consumer who dictates the price of the egg.
The eggs.
Yes, and what is so unfortunate, when feed prices go high,
Yes.
the cost of eggs, the price for eggs falls. And at every moment, the egg producer is at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Two, we have these companies like SR, foreign companies, which were licensed to operate, to rear birds here, on condition that they were going to export. They are not exporting.
They are not exporting.
No. They produce, instead of looking for the market, they are dumping on our market. And that's why I blame the government. Why do you allow foreigners to come in and engage in activities where the natives, where the locals, where the citizens would engage with little capital?
Like this poultry farming.
Poultry farming.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Even if you start off with 50 birds or 20 birds, you can still grow and become a poultry farmer. But if a company comes in here, in 20, I think it was 20, before COVID, SR had over 4 million chicken.
4 million chicken.
4 million chicken. Layers, broilers. Where do they sell the eggs? Very few are being exported. If they do now, much of it is on the local market. How about the off layers? The off layers, they come and dump them on the market. As the local farmers sell their off layers, they compete with off layers from these big farms. These big farms enjoy what we call economies of scale. When they come into this country, they get tax holidays.
Yes.
They get free land.
They get free land.
They get cheap electricity.
Because they're investors.
Because they are deemed investors.
Big investors, yeah.
Cheap electricity. Do you know what a native Ugandan pays for electricity?
No.
They say pay domestic. Domestic. When will I ever compete with somebody who pays for electricity at 400 and I pay mine at 900 or 1000?
Very good.
Now, two, when will I ever compete with a person who has the capacity to go deep in the villages, buy maize from farmers at a cheaper price? What I can offer, I can only buy maize when it reaches the market and at a higher price.
The higher price.
But these big companies, they go deep in the villages, they pay peanuts to the farmers. And then, even if they don't pay peanuts, even they buy very little, but much of their feed comes from abroad, from their countries of origin.
Yes.
And other sources where they deem it cheaper than import from. You know, many times our products are more expensive. And you know why?
No.
As a country, these neocolonialists compelled us to get all subsidies out of the poultry sector, of the farming sector. In Europe, in Latin America, that is South America, and America, even Asia. Do you know that they give farmers what we call farmers subsidy or producers subsidies? Do you know that? Producers subsidies. Secondly, there are agricultural loans which are given out to farmers at very minimal interest rates. Here, if you're going to borrow from the bank, it's commercial rate. What are subsidies? Let me just give you a flashback. In Europe and America, if you put eggs and the market price, what the market is able to offer is $5 per tray of eggs. That is the market. Yet your cost of production is $7. Okay? The government asks you, the government requires you to do just this. Keep your records. If those people want you to sell to them at $5, sell. Where would you break even and make profit? If I sell $10, so sell at $5, come and claim $5 for each sale of $5. That's what we call subsidies. That's how farmers there are powerful and are able to even lobby. In France, you don't joke with the farmer. In Italy, you don't joke with the farmer. In Germany, you don't joke with the farmer.
They are big people.
Big. Politicians are not big. No. It's the farmer. The farmer controls. The farmer pulls the trigger. Even the military fears the farmer. But here the farmer is just kicked, tossed around by the politicians, by everybody.
Is a dirty person.
Yet a farmer is very highly respected in those countries.
Which is good. And now, if you were given the position of Minister of Agriculture, what would you do?
Number one.
Change poultry.
Number one. I would not allow, I would lobby for foreigners never to be allowed to invest in what the local, what the natives, what the citizens, what the wananchi can ably engage in. Because that means making them jobless and repatriating the profits.
I think they are also bringing, they are also creating employment.
When you're killing the entire sector. Now, we are the fishermen. Where are the soya farmers? Where are the cotton seed cake producers? Where are the coconut cake producers? Then where are the millers, small millers? No, you are not actually, these foreign companies are not creating jobs. They are actually getting Ugandans out of business. That's why we have now an outflow of Ugandans who are looking for greener pastures, because what they once were in is no longer profitable. 2, I would lobby for a bigger share of the budget. Then invest money in this. 1, every Ugandan, every area in Uganda has sources of water. They have valleys, they have streams, they have rivers. Even where there are no rivers, at least you can dig down and get to the bottom of the of water which can be pumped. That means we can do irrigation. That means we can supply water to virtually each and every place in this country. We will be having so many water pumping stations. How come you move from Kampala beyond Matuga, you cannot get national water?
It's not there.
Even if you continue along the road, you can only get it. It's not a kilometer off the main road, let alone in Kampala metropolitan. Okay. Yet water is a necessity. Water is good for business. Water is good for agriculture. Water is good for cottage industry.
Water is everything. Water is life.
Water is life. So I would make sure that each and every area in this country has a flow of water, so that if one is a poultry farmer, you don't have to bother with water. If you are a cattle keeper, your animals don't have to die because of water. Okay? So I'd make sure that water is there. Then 3, I would ensure that I would lobby so that we have electricity which is affordable for every area. And then it is affordable, it is cheap, and it is reliable. Ask me why.
Why?
There is no way you're going to add value onto what you're producing if you don't have electricity. If you're a poultry farmer, you can start a bakery, bake cakes using your eggs. But to bake cakes, you need electricity or firewood. Okay? But then, you see, sometimes I'm perturbed when government says that they are promoting conservation of the environment. How can you say you are conserving the environment when you're not making what can be a precursor to a conserved environment available? If you can't make it available, that is electricity. Because people are using firewood, they are cutting trees because of firewood. They use the trees for charcoal and firewood. Even the police, which is a law enforcer, policemen use firewood. Army officers use firewood. Even ministers use firewood, and they also use charcoal. So now, how can you be proud that you're conserving the environment when there would be enforcers of the law, even judges using charcoal?
The same.
So how can you take Mali, who is a logger, to a police? How can a police officer who's using firewood and charcoal arrest Mali, who is a logger, take Mali to a prosecutor who uses firewood and charcoal, then to a magistrate or judge who uses firewood and charcoal?
Very complicated situation.
Don't you see?
Very hard.
So you